Meet John. John is the type of a guy who hates a 9 to 5 job, so he wants to start his own business. So after researching and analyzing the local market, John decides to set up his own tea stall in his town. But unfortunately, as our John doesn't belong to a wealthy family, he visits the nearest bank in his town and asks for a loan for the initial investments. Initially, he asked the bank manager for a loan of 1 lakh rupees. But doubting his credibility, the manager asked him, "But John, what's the guarantee that you'll repay the loan?" So John starts explaining his business plan. John tells, on my tea stall, on an average, there will be a footfall of 500 customers per day. So if I sell a cup of tea for 10 rupees minimum, I will still earn 5,000 rupees per day, which becomes 1.5 lakhs a month. Now, though if I minus all the expenses and assume a profit of 30%, I'll be easily able to earn 45,000 rupees of net profit per month. So this 45,000 rupees is the amount from which I will be repaying your loan. Now, looking at John's business plan, the bank manager gets convinced and approves him of the loan of 1 lakh rupees. John happily goes and sets up his tea stall. But exactly a month later, the bank manager calls him. "A month has passed, but you haven't paid your EMI yet. What's the issue, John?" John explains, "Sir, there's a problem. The 500 customers I expected are not coming. Only about 50 people are coming per day, and I think people don't know about my shop. So I was thinking about doing some advertisements, and for that I will need another 10,000 rupees. The manager gets convinced by John's explanation and decides to give him additional funds. John takes the 10,000 rupees and vigorously advertises his tea stall through posters, banners, pamphlets and Google ads. Although the number of customers increases, it's not as much as John hoped. So now he decides to sell his tea at 8 rupees instead of 10. A month later, the manager calls again. "John, what's going on? You still haven't paid your monthly EMI. When will you pay?" And John replies, "Sir, things are not going the way it was planned, so I need some more time." Now the manager understands very well that John's business might not succeed. So he takes control of John's shop, raises the tea price back to 10 rupees and stops all advertising expenses. Now see, there are two possibilities that arise here. First, only those customers will come to John's shop who genuinely like his tea. And second, those who are attracted by the 2 rupees discount might not come anymore. But now the question is that what does all of this have to do with Flipkart? Just a minute. Are you suggesting, Agnelorajesh, that Flipkart is also on the verge of shutting down like John's tea stall? Well, by the end of this video, you'll understand what I'm trying to explain. Look at this graph. From 2014 to 2023, Flipkart's revenue has skyrocketed. In 2014, Flipkart's revenue was only 28.4 billion rupees. But in 2022, it reached a whopping 511.76 billion rupees. In contrast, Amazon, the biggest competitor of Flipkart, had revenue of only 214.62 billion rupees in the same year. So you can imagine Flipkart's dominance in the Indian e-commerce market. Even if we talk about the market share, Flipkart holds the top position with a 48% market share, while Amazon has only 26%, which is much less than Flipkart. However, despite having such a large revenue and market share, Flipkart is a loss-making company. Now take a closer look at the graph. From 2014 to 2023, there hasn't been a single financial year in which Flipkart has made a profit. It has been continuously operating at a loss. In 2014, it faced a loss of around 400 crore rupees. In 2015, it was 830 crore rupees. In 2018, 4,600 crore rupees. And even in this year, 2023, Flipkart has faced an all-time high loss of 4,800 crore rupees. So now the question is that how is Flipkart valued at $37.6 billion and still incurring such huge losses? Well friends, there are mainly the 5 reasons behind this, and I will strongly suggest to you not to skip any part of this video because each of these reasons is highly important. Especially, there was a particular decision by the Indian government that significantly tightened the screws on Flipkart. So be sure not to skip that either. In India, if you go through the statistics, then there are currently around 80 lakh shipments every day. And by 2025, this number is expected to rise to 2.5 crore, indicating a 40% annual growth. Interestingly, out of the 80 lakh daily shipments, approximately 42.5 lakh or around 55% are handled by Flipkart's e-cart and Amazon's ATS, that is Amazon Transportation Services Logistics. The remaining 45% of shipments are managed by other logistics providers such as Ecom Express, Expressbees, Delivery and Blue Dart. So this data shows that to fulfill the rapidly increasing volume of shipments, these e-commerce companies would have had to enhance their supply chain. So now to ensure swift delivery to customers, Flipkart alone invested 6,571 crore rupees in its logistics in 2023, a 26% increase compared to 2022. Flipkart has even employed an ASRS system, which stands for Automated Storage and Retrieval System, in its warehouses. Now, let's understand what the ASRS system means and how it works. So here's how it works. Flipkart's warehouses store products for various categories like mobiles, watches, books, shoes, and each product is labeled with a unique barcode. Now let's say John orders a book from Flipkart. Immediately, the details of John's order and the unique barcode of the book are transmitted to the ASRS system. As soon as the order is received in the ASRS system, its algorithm automatically identifies the location of the product using the barcode and dispatching a robot with sensors to retrieve the book. The robot then carefully picks up the book from the rack that John ordered. Then it brings it to the central processing area and places it on a conveyor belt that carries it to the packaging station. From there, the further process including packing, labeling and shipping is handled by humans to ensure accurate delivery to the end customer. This entire process is known as ASRS, or Automated Storage and Retrieval System. This system enhances efficiency, accuracy and inventory management, taking supply chain management to the next level. If you have done online shopping 4 to 5 years ago, you might have noticed that it took several days for orders to be shipped and delivered separately. Often damaged products were received and there was a high struggle for returns. So to address this issue, Flipkart has managed its supply chain in such a way that orders are delivered as quickly as possible, which also minimizes wrong shipments. That's why Flipkart has more than 20 warehouses across India, collectively covering over 1 crore square feet of storage space. These warehouses utilize various transportation methods such as air, ground and sea to deliver Flipkart products, reducing delivery costs and increasing efficiency. The iPhone which you get in the market for 65,000 rupees, the same iPhone is being sold by Flipkart for 58,000 rupees. Moreover, during the big Billion Days sale, the same phone was available for only 52,000 rupees. So what do you think? The discount of around 10 to 12,000 rupees that you are getting on Flipkart, do you think the seller is giving you that? Absolutely not. It's Flipkart itself providing you with an extra discount from its own pocket. And this is what we call cash burn. In 2022, Flipkart burned through $3.7 billion, which is around 30,000 crore rupees, making it the highest cash burn in India, not only in e-commerce, but in any field or company. But the skeptical question over here is that how is Flipkart able to burn through so much cash? Where is all the money coming from? The reason behind it is Flipkart's parent company, Walmart. In 2018, Walmart acquired a 77% stake in Flipkart for $16 billion, raising Flipkart's valuation to $20 billion US. Now, according to data from 2022, Flipkart's valuation stands at $37.6 billion, and currently Walmart owns 80.5% stakes in Flipkart. Walmart itself is such a huge company that it operates approximately 10,500 stores across 19 countries. So Flipkart's cash burn is something that Walmart can afford to a certain extent.
जब तक तुम मेरे साथ हो मुझे मारने वाला पैदा नहीं हुआ मामा.
Along with cash burn, Flipkart has vigorously pursued another strategy, and that is acquisitions and investments to diversify portfolio. It's quite funny to say, but you know just how like mom buys vegetables in the market? Flipkart has been acquiring different companies over the past few years. If we look at it on a timeline, in 2010, Flipkart acquired, we read from lulu.com, then in 2011, it bought the digital content libraries of mime360.com and Chuckpuck. In 2012, Flipkart launched its online music store, Flight, but due to tough competition, Flight shut down in 2013. In 2012, Flipkart shifted its focus to India's retail market and acquired Let's Buy, an online electronics retailer. Then in 2014, it acquired Myntra for 250 million US dollars, which is around 1500 crore rupees. Even today, Myntra operates under Flipkart, and like Flipkart, Myntra is also running at a loss. After 2014, Flipkart diversified its portfolio even further. In 2015, Flipkart acquired a marketing automation firm called Apiterate. Then in 2016, Flipkart acquired PhonePe, and in the year 2022, PhonePe and Flipkart got separated. Along with this, Flipkart acquired Live.ai, which is a speech-to-text technology, Upstream Commerce, an Israel-based retail intelligence company, and a total of 22 companies including Jabang, eBay, and Cleartrip. In addition to these, Flipkart has heavily invested in 27 companies like Easy Rewards, Flipkart Wholesale, Flipkart Quick, and Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail. According to data from 2021, Flipkart has spent more than 5,000 crore rupees on acquisitions and investments. The motive behind spending such huge amount of money is for Flipkart to grab as much market share as possible and provide customers with the best possible experience compared to other competitors. The Indian government introduced some rules regarding e-commerce in February of 2019, and these rules stated that no e-commerce platform could enter into an exclusive agreement with any particular brand so that other platforms could be prevented from selling that brand's products. For example, if tomorrow Apple comes and says they will only sell the iPhone 16 exclusively on Flipkart, or if Flipkart says the same, due to this government policy, neither Flipkart nor any other e-commerce platform can do so, ensuring that no single platform creates a monopoly in the market. Additionally, these rules specified that no single vendor could sell more than 25% of their inventory to prevent monopolies of suppliers on platforms like Flipkart or Amazon. Furthermore, there were limitations on offering discounts to attract customers on these platforms. Now, by looking at this chart, you all will understand the impact of the new regulations on Flipkart. With the introduction of the new government rules, Flipkart's losses rose a lot. It was 2,063 crore rupees a year before the rules, but it surged to 3,836 crore rupees within just 1 year, meaning Flipkart had to bear a difference of 1,773 crore rupees in just 1 year. But how did these rules actually impact Flipkart? As soon as the government introduced these rules, Flipkart had to rework its business model and faced increased pressure in managing sellers, leading to restriction in its operations and subsequently increased the expenses. The change in the policy by the Indian government prompted Walmart's CEO Doug McMillon to even write a letter to Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi urging for clarity and stability in India's business environment.
इस सज्जन को क्या तकलीफ है भाई? क्या तकलीफ है इनको?
In 2023, Flipkart's total expenses amounted to 60,858 crore rupees. Out of this, Flipkart spent 2,407 crore rupees in advertising and promotions. On October 10, 2018, Flipkart launched its first Big Billion Day sale, for which it onboarded Amitabh Bachchan for promotions. Later on, Flipkart roped in big celebrities like Virat Kohli, Deepika Padukone, MS Dhoni, Mahesh Babu, Dulquer Salman, and Punit Rajkumar for the same Big Billion Days sale. The following year, in 2019, Flipkart announced a campaign called Flipkart's Fashion, for which it brought on board Ranbir Kapoor and Alia Bhatt. I couldn't find data on how much the celebrities charge for promotions, but if you roughly estimate, you all will see that none of these celebrities would charge less than 1 crore rupees per a single ad. Apart from this, you may have seen at some point that an entire front page of a newspaper is filled with the advertisements from Flipkart. Do you know how much Flipkart spends for this single page ad? This is the front page of the Times of India newspaper with Flipkart's ad on it. Let's calculate how much Flipkart might have spent for this ad. Here the Times of India ad rate. Now, if we look at the charges for Mumbai location in Times of India, it's 9,665 rupees per square centimeter on the front page. For Delhi, it's the same 6,335 rupees per square centimeter. For Pune, it's 3,255 rupees per square centimeter, and for other cities like Chandigarh, Jaipur and Bhopal, it's an average of only 400 to 500 rupees per square centimeter. Let's take an average rate of 3,000 rupees per square centimeter. The ideal size of the TOI page is approximately 1,247 square centimeter. So on an average, if we take 3,000 rupees per square centimeter for the 1247 square centimeter Times of India front page ad, Flipkart would have had to be spending at least 37,41,000 rupees for just one ad. And this is a conservative estimate. The actual price could be much higher. In addition to this, Flipkart has an office in Bangalore, the yearly rent of which is 300 crore rupees, meaning 25 crore rupees in rent per month. The average annual salary of Flipkart's employees is 10.8 lakh rupees, which means Flipkart spent 4,938 crore rupees just on employee salaries according to the 2022 data. According to a report by N-Tracker, Satish Meena, who is a forecast analyst, has mentioned that one reason Flipkart is heavily cash burning is because of Amazon. Flipkart is burning cash at this level to compete with Amazon and retain more market share, whether it's for operational costs, technological advancements, offering heavy discounts for customers and consumers, or for acquisitions and advertising. Flipkart is burning cash to stay competitive with Amazon. So these are some reasons that's why Flipkart is operating at a loss despite generating high revenue. And let me tell you, it's not just Flipkart, but all e-commerce businesses in India are incurring losses. Even Amazon is operating at a loss in India. So now the question arises, if the company is in such a significant loss, why don't its founders shut it down? The straightforward answer is that there's always a light at the other end of the tunnel, and this applies directly to e-commerce. Arvind Singhal, who is chairman of Technopack, has said that both Flipkart and Amazon are currently focusing more on expansion than profitability. Be it marketing costs, supply chain or acquisitions, both Flipkart and Amazon are pouring money like water into these aspects. However, it's possible that Flipkart is facing these losses in the short term but could earn significant profits in the long term. As Flipkart generates its revenue from multiple streams, such as charging commission from sellers. For example, when a seller lists a product on Flipkart, a specific commission is deducted by Flipkart, and these commission fees vary for different categories. Moreover, if a seller wants to advertise their product on Flipkart, the platform offers advertising services that generate substantial revenue for Flipkart. In 2022, Flipkart's advertising revenue was 2,083 crore rupees, which surged to 3,324 crore rupees in 2023, marking a 60% increase within a single year. It's possible that in the upcoming years, this revenue may continue to grow rapidly and play a crucial role in making Flipkart a profitable company. Additionally, Flipkart's subsidiary eCart is also experiencing rapid growth. While the current year's revenue for eCart isn't available online, looking at the figures from 2018 and 2019, eCart's revenues soared from 2,488 crore rupees in 2018 to 4,422 crore rupees in 2019, indicating a staggering 78% hike in just 1 year. Moreover, apart from these, Flipkart is also engaging in private labeling to enhance its profitability across various categories ranging from fashion to electronics and large appliances to furniture. Flipkart has its own private labeled brands available in 300 categories. You might have noticed brands like Marque, Perfect Homes, Billion, Metronaut and Flipkart Smart Buy prominently displayed in search results. The reason behind this is that these brands are owned by Flipkart itself. Through private labeling, Flipkart can potentially generate high profits in the future. And if we look at the worst case scenario, another possibility emerges in front of Flipkart. Like in 2016, Snapdeal had raised funding of $21 million from Luxembourg. However, by the end of 2017, Snapdeal was on the verge of bankruptcy. The current status of Snapdeal is well known to everyone. Recently, a similar scenario unfolded for Byju's as well. Byju's had acquired numerous companies one after another and had spent crores of rupees on advertising. However, their earnings didn't match their expenses, leading Byju's into financial difficulties. Therefore, it cannot be denied that if Flipkart doesn't strategically optimize its investments, it will end up facing a situation similar to Snapdeal and Byju's. What's your opinion on this? Do let me know in the comments below.